Alright guys, so I bet you thought that we were going to have some random video of a bee and then maybe a little bit of the backyard. But I think today we are going to go over some terrarium plants that I'm using. This is a Calathea. This sucker right here opens in the morning and then closes at night. And I thought it was by photocycle, so I played around with the light over here. It actually, because we have blackout curtains, but it actually, we use the blackout curtains so that we can control our photocycle in here. Along with the temperatures, I environmentally control the room temperature, the ambient temperature, and the rack temperatures, obviously, like everybody else does. And I also control the sun. So essentially, I am God. But, no, I'm just joking. I don't have a God complex. Not yet. But, this thing is insane. I love it. I love it. Look at the colors. Can you imagine this, it's not like a normal house plant. Each one of these leaves just comes up from a stem in the ground. So I'm not sure if it's a tuber or something like that. But this is not one plant. Each leaf is its own plant, if you understand that. So I'm going to take these and propagate them by separating each branch away. And it'll be really cool because here's what we're doing. Get ready for this. I'm going to take all of these because the way they're all mashed in here, they grow in a plant shape, right? In a fan. So I'm going to take all of these, and I'm going to, when I put them in the terrarium, I'm going to turn them so that they are all lined up, facing the same direction, which will be insane. At nighttime, it'll go like this, and then in the daytime, they will all just be like flat open one way. So in the or at nighttime, it'll be just up and down, and then in the daytime, they'll all be facing one way, which is kind of what's going on here. They try to get the light, so it opens, obviously, if the sun is straight up above it, but these ones are kind of pulling up because I got a light here. And where I've got them in the room, they've got plants behind them. So, that is the Calathea. Awesome, awesome plant. Don't ask me if it's poisonous, because from what I understand, it is not. So, the true scientific method is to question everything. Google it yourself. Never just rely on one person's information. That's not how things are done in the real world. And, yeah, awesome plant. This is, Jeremy, this is actually the plant I was talking to you about the other day. You could see how it's got the, it's like, let me see if I can focus. See how it's got the dark green up the vein, and then it's got these little splotches. Like, you wouldn't imagine it to be a solid leaf. It would be like a twig with the little leaves coming off the sides, which I'm sure in its natural environment, wherever that may be, it probably resembles little leaves coming off because of camouflage and all that stuff. But, yeah. This would be great for, like, I'd imagine day geckos, or if you had some really light-colored crested geckos, or dark ones. I think that's a selling point for being light green and dark green. You can have either animal, either color from the spectrum. But, yeah. Dark on the other side. So it's a very, very interesting plant. But you can see it's pulling up because I got this light I've got the light on the side for doing the video. So they're all pulling up, and this one here is like twisting to turn to the light. Really cool. I love sensitive plants. We'll have some really cool ferns where you know, the animals will be hidden in the terrarium, but if the ferns are curled in, then you know that the gecko is nearby. Because when they're touched, they have a reflex in them, which is pretty cool. You don't think about, you know, plants and reflex and all that stuff, but yeah. So I did want to just show you guys video of the day, Calathea, and yeah. Hope you guys have a great one, and facebook.com/thorgecko.org. I hope you enjoyed the Late Night Leos episode last night. We'll try to not have so many rants, but, you know, I gotta give credit where credit is due, and I had to say some things, so I know that bugged a lot of people, but I got more positive emails this morning than negative ones, and screenshots galore of what other people are saying about it, which, you know, that's the nature of the beast of the gecko community is screenshots now with Facebook. Before it was, you know, on the forums, the screenshots of threads about people and, you know, but it's calmed down. Besides a select few, there's, you know, less than half a dozen people that start crap. So we're getting there, people. We're getting to where we can actually call ourselves a community. You know, for being such a small fringe community, you know, I mean, face it, leopard geckos is not a very big community, so why all the crap? Why crap talk? I mean, once things are resolved, do we really need to, you know, drag it through the mud some more? So I have I've decided, even if I lose all my sponsors and everything, I promise to you guys that when those select few talk crap about whoever in the community, I'll be there to broadcast it because I really don't care about that. I mean, if there's going to be a few people that talk crap, then there can be at least one person that says, you know, no, let's not do that. Let's not talk crap. You know? I don't know. This video is going to be really long, and that's fine, because I'm tired of the shit. You know? That's it. I'm tired. It's every few months, we gotta go through this. And I'm tired of it, you know? If, since the beginning... Okay, let's start on another rant. Since the beginning, I have said, go on all of the radio shows, join all of the groups, post yourself everywhere, promote yourself. If you can reach out and touch just one person's heart from each of those platforms, then you did yourself a huge favor and you did the community a favor. It is about helping people and outreach, and that's, you know, in the real life, that's what I do, is a lot of outreach work with the people that have issues, and I hate when someone, you know, belittles somebody else and says that it's beneath them to go on another show, and that just doesn't even make sense. Go on all the shows. It's a community. We're here to help people. That's what the radio shows are all about, and the groups. The groups don't make you money. Radio show doesn't make me money. It pays for itself, barely, but, you know, thankfully we get our sponsors and random people like, you know, Dennis at Magical Gecko says, oh, you know, throw $25 gift card at the people tonight. You know, like last night, throw $50. And Pat Klein, Luxurious Leopards, hey man, throw $50 gift card at the people. Just throw the money at them, you know. And we had Dylan on talking about, you know, we want to take shed skins and all kinds of science crap I can't remember, mapping genomes and figuring out who's het for what through blood tests, and he said all you need is shed skins, hopefully. We're not sure, you know, but you got to start somewhere. So what I did was I said, everybody go to the Gecko blog, tag Steve Sykes, say, Steve Sykes, will you donate Anger Mane You Shed Skin to the Late Night Leo's Genome Project? And you know what? He commented on most of those, if not all. I haven't gone and checked yet. And he said, sure thing, no problem. I got you covered. We could do it. And we haven't even had Steve on Late Night Leos. I haven't talked to him in a long time. But it's about community and helping people. And, the whole point of tagging him, and I told you guys, put a random number up there in your post too. Because we're going to be giving away a Gecko science book, like a real science book, not a handbook or not to belittle anybody else's books that they've made, but not a book on leopard gecko care. This is a book on, like, laboratory care of leopard geckos, genomes, lineage, evolution, how, all the different geckos, how they evolved and who they evolved from, and crazy stuff. And also, we had the whole talk about the wiki and how, the wiki needs to be updated and it needs an overhaul. And so I mentioned how Gary Orner said, I'm working on this project to do a website like the wiki, but, more in depth and more, you can argue it and say, hey, I don't believe this is how that gene was found, and I don't believe that the story on the website is right. And so we can do a discussion and change it, We can talk through things. So I said, go on the Gecko blog last night. Tag Gary Orner Jr. and say, Gary Orner Jr., when is the new Gecko Wiki website being made? And throw up a number. Just randomly throw up a number. And I know Gary posted that he was sick and he appreciated all of it and all of that. And, it's to help people. If we all donated, if the 50 people that listen to the radio show all donated $10, that's $500. We could get the website up. We could donate $10 again. Give $500 to Dylan to start working on that whole genome thing and all that science stuff. And I could throw $20 easily. I know a lot of people that could. And if we need to do an auction on Late Night Leos and get all of that stuff going, then we can do that. Whatever it takes to get the community together. That's what it's all about. And it's not about empty promises and all of that. It's about community. And that's what I'm trying to get across in this extremely long video. But, yeah, come on, guys. Call out the assholes if you have to. I did last night. If you think I'm an asshole, call me out. I'm open to deconstructive criticism anytime, I get it plenty. Radio show gets a lot of it. I don't know why my sponsors put up with my crap, but they do, and then they offer me gift cards to give away on the show when they know what the show is gonna be about, drama and crap. But we filled it with a lot of good stuff last night. It was tenfold better than just a rant, Ugh. This is my video. I don't know. Maybe I should have had a drink before I started this. But that's all I wanted to say. Calathea, really nice plant. It's gonna be beautiful. I really like plants. Yeah, but I'm slowly moving into my new place. Well, 2 racks are half empty-ish. 2 other ones are, have a quarter of them empty. And then I've got a full rack, and one, I have a double wide rack that is completely empty, that's just holding crap right now. But, yeah, we're going to be doing some really cool terrariums. I know I said that I wanted to do the one that wraps around the room, and just to go off on a side tangent here, just because I'm thinking, I want to do like one of those basement train setups, but I'm not moving into that house. I have been relocated to another area. So what it's going to be is 4 foot deep, 4 foot tall, and like 10 foot wide or long, however you want to describe it, terrariums. And the front room is about, I've got a little over 20 feet of wall. Sounds like somebody's outside. Yeah, no. I got about 20 feet of wall that is over 4 feet deep, so we can definitely fit in that size terrarium. So I can get two down the length of it, and then of course being 4 foot tall, I can get one stacked on top of each other. So one wall will have four huge, absolutely huge, what is that? 160 cubic feet? It'll have the 40 square feet and then a few levels. So it'll probably get about 100 square feet of walking space because I will have levels. And I'll have 4 of those terrariums. Huge, huge terrariums. One will be for the fascios, one will be for the Turks, and the other 2 will be for special stuff that I can't talk about right now. But they will be amazing. And then, of course, in the Gecko room, I will be doing other stuff. And then I have an incubator room that I will be having. And I will also be having a spare bedroom, so maybe that'll probably, most likely, definitely be filled with animals. But, yeah. So that's cool stuff that's happening. I really want to share with you guys, the sense of community and helping people out. Like, doing this video about this cool plant that I found that, like, opens and closes and does all of that stuff. I felt like you needed to know. And I'm not about, hiding things back and not telling you guys cool stuff. Some things I can't tell you legally, but like this, it's amazing. And I wanted you to know about it. And you should know. Do your research. If you find cool plants that you like, tell me about them. I want to know. Tag me. Post them on the Thor Gecko wall on Facebook. It's all about helping people out. Post it on the Gecko blog, and tag me in there. That would be great. If here we go. If everybody who watches, all 3 of you that watch my videos, if you, and this will be true to see if you sit through 20 minutes of staring at this plant and listening to me just ramble on. Post your favorite tropical plant, not marijuana, please. I'm tired of seeing that. Favorite plant like this for terrariums, or moss, or a palm, or whatever. I don't care if it's a dwarf fruit tree. If you've got something like that in your terrarium, post a picture of your terrarium. Or your plants that you're going to be putting in terrariums, like me. I don't have pictures of terrariums to share with you guys because they're all, half built and I'm propagating the plants. Post it up on the Gecko blog. Tag me in it if you can, or put in a random number. A number between 1 and 1,000. And we'll do a contest like with the harassing Steve and Gary. And we'll do a giveaway for the last show of the year, this year, when we do the Hatchling of the Year announcement on who won, which the 7 geckos that are finalists are badass. I mean, we had so many people post up pictures of awesome, awesome geckos, the best geckos that they hatched this year. And the 7 finalists are amazing. I mean, the things that you guys are hatching are crazy. So on that show, we will also be giving away a very special award prize thing for your guys' plants. So tag me in the Gecko blog, in your picture, or tag me in your post. And put a random number. because, you know, even if you have a not very nice terrarium, you can still win because we'll be drawing a number. So, do that, guys, and I will see you all later. I hope you enjoyed the video, and be good to each other.